Holiday Magic.
This holiday season, I wanted to do something very warm and real from my heart. As you listen to the many audio clips put together by some of the most entertaining professionals, you will hear one common theme. Our heart is with you this holiday season. Some of you aren't able to be with your families this year, or won't be able to be at home. Delight in knowing that all of those around you, no matter where you are, no matter who you are with, will benefit from having you near. You are special because you matter. You are important because you are here. You deserve to be happy today and always. Life has its ups and downs. Try and find the most beautiful light in everything you see. For every dark thing that comes your way, a beautiful light is shining upon you. And sometimes the light is harder to see. I wish I was there in person to see you. I would hold each and every one of you in my arms if you'd let me, and tell you how much you are loved and thought of this holiday season. Please take this moment to feel someone reaching out to you and holding you, comforting you, smiling with you, laughing with you, and just being your friend. From my beautiful family, Melissa.
Happy Christmas.
Brandy.
Happy holidays.
Kyler.
Happy Christmas.
Jayla. And me, Deb Munro. Happy Christmas, everybody. May this holiday season give you light and shine upon you forever. Happy Christmas, everyone. From my family to yours.
Look around at something you like to see, something that makes you happy and full of glee. Anything from a light to a big tall tree makes you happy and makes you believe. Oh, oh, oh. Look around at something you'd like to know, something that fills you up inside, gives you hope. Anything from a picture to a snow globe makes you happy and makes you believe. Oh, oh. It's the happiest and the best time of year. Happy holiday and a happy new year. A new hope, a new light, a new place for you and I. It's gonna be when you believe. Oh, when you believe. Oh, look around at something that you can share, something that you could give away, you could wear. Anything from a heart to a teddy bear makes you happy and makes you believe. Oh, oh. It's the happiest and the best time of year. Happy holiday and a happy new year. A new hope, a new light, a new place for you and I. It's gonna be when you believe. Oh, when you believe. Oh, even though it may seem hard, I believe in miracles. Gotta trust and believe in yourself. Gotta keep moving on, being strong. Just believe in yourself. It's the happiest and the best time of year. Happy holiday and a happy new year. A new hope, a new light, a new place for you and I. It's gonna be when you believe. Oh, when you believe. Oh, it's new hope, a new light, a new place for you and I. It's gonna be when you believe. Oh, when you believe. Oh, when you believe. Oh, when you believe. Oh.
Holiday Magic.
It's Christmas Eve, and everyone has gathered together. Jeffery and Trixie have been very good this year and have been begging to have pets. They promise they will take good care of them, feed them, and clean up after them. But Santa and Mrs. Claus have been saying no to them all year.
Okay, everyone, grab a cup of hot chocolate and gather round the tree. We'll open one very special gift tonight.
Ho, ho, ho! Oh boy, hot chocolate with tiny marshmallows. They're my favorite. Ho, 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 ho.
I love to put whipped cream on my hot chocolate.
I would love to have a puppy to feed the whipped cream to.
No, a kitten. Kittens are much better than puppies.
No, puppies are better.
Well, Jeffery, Trixie, neither are better than the other. They're just different.
I think both kittens and puppies are the best.
Santa reaches under the brightly lit Christmas tree and hands Mrs. Claus a long velvet box.
Ho, ho, ho! A special gift for you, my dear wife. Ho, 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 ho.
She smiles at him and opens the box. Inside is a pair of small diamond earrings.
No coal for you this year. You're always so good to all of us. Ho, ho, ho.
Mrs. Claus smiles.
Here's your gift, Santa.
She hands Santa a large, colorfully wrapped box.
Ho, ho, ho! A set of earmuffs. My ears are always so cold when we're flying in the sleigh. Ho, 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 ho. And they're Bluetooth, so I can sync them with Master Thalian's GPS system. Oh, oh. Thank you, my dear. This is so thoughtful.
He smiles at her and puts on the earmuffs.
Oh, that will make navigating much easier this year.
All the others exchange their gifts with much oohing and aahing as wrapping paper and ribbons fly all over the room.
Strawberry banana candy canes. Yum, my favorite.
A new jacket. Oh, I will be so warm in this.
A jumbo-sized coffee mug with warmer so it stays warm all day. Thank you, Santa.
Jeffery gets some antler polish, and Trixie gets some sparkly pink hoof paint. Oh, there is much laughter and love. Then Santa smiles at Mrs. Claus and says,
Jeffery, Trixie, we have an extra special gift for you two.
Now close your eyes.
Jeffery and Trixie look at each other, hope shining in their eyes. Santa reaches behind the tree and hands each of them a box with little holes in them. The boxes are shaking and tumbling around.
Is it?
Wow, really?
You can see they are so hopeful. They both tear into the boxes. Trixie brings out a fluffy calico kitten with one green eye and one blue eye. And Jeffery finds a small brown puppy with large brown eyes.
OMG, 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 a kitten! She's so pretty! I'm gonna name her Snowflake.
Snowflake? That's a weird name for a calico cat.
It's because she's unique, just like a snowflake is. Did you know that every snowflake is unique?
Huh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's a cool name.
She's so pretty and fluffy.
Jeffery, what are you going to call your puppy?
Jeffery looked at the puppy. He had a little collar with bells on it, and as he rolled around, the bells jingled.
I know. Jingles.
Aww.
Jeffery and Trixie try to get Snowflake and Jingles to play with each other, but Jingles is too bouncy and scares Snowflake, who hisses at him and tries to swat him away. It doesn't look like there's going to be friendship between the two of them.
I don't know why they can't get along.
Maybe they are just too different. It's kind of like people who are too different. Sometimes they cannot accept each other.
Karl, I know exactly what you mean. Hopefully, they can become friends once they get to know each other better.
Maybe just give them some time to get to know each other.
You're jumping around too much, stupid dog. Get away from me.
You could be nicer to me. I'm just trying to be friendly.
Go be friendly somewhere else. You're a pest and a useless dog.
Jingles tucks his tail and wanders off. He doesn't understand why Snowflake doesn't want to play with him.
Oh, let's take them to the workshop to see the elves making the toys.
Oh, sounds good to me. I always like to see what new toys Master Elf Thalion and the elves have made.
Oh, I think that's a wonderful idea. And when you come back, we'll have gingerbread cookies ready for you to decorate.
Say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, o'er hill and dale, telling their tale. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here, on all they send, without an end, their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. 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 Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, o'er hill and dale, telling their tale. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and
Holiday Magic.
Festive spirits in the air, for
Jeffery and Trixie have brought Snowflake and Jingles to the workshop to show them off to the elves. But both of them are causing mischief. Jingles is chasing Snowflake all through the presents and knocking elves down left and right. Snowflake jumps on Master Elf Thalion to try to get away from Jingles.
Help! This stupid dog just wants to chase me! Oh, what's the use of a dog? It's not like he has special night vision or can jump up on top of the tree to see the ornaments closer.
Well, maybe you can see in the dark, but I can smell something over 20 miles away.
What's the point of that? All I care about is being able to smell my dinner.
Jeffery and Trixie, you need to get your pets out of here. They're making more of a mess than helping.
Okay.
Kate, let's take Snowflake out into the snow and see if she wants to play.
Brrr. Okay, but just for a little bit.
Ooh, it's too cold for me. I am dreaming about a warm Christmas in San Diego right about now.
Oh dear, well now I have holes in my brand new holiday vest from Snowflake's claws.
They all leave, and the elves get back to working on the toys in peace.
Never treat a cat like a dog. They just stare when you say go fetch. Give me your paw, won't work and they won't catch. So never treat a cat like a dog. Now say I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
Oh really, do you mean it? Let me hear you say I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
Oh really, do you mean it? Let me hear you say I'll never treat a cat like a dog. And never treat a baby like a skunk. If they do in their diaper, don't run, 'cause little babies won't think that's fun. So never treat a baby like a skunk. Now say I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
Oh really, do you mean it? Let me hear you say I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
Oh really, do you mean it? Let me hear you say I'll never treat a baby like a skunk. How do you feel about the way I treat you? And how does it feel when you treat me that way? It's been said to never say never, but here's what I say instead. You should never take for granted your friends. A good friend is to the end, and we need all the love they send. So never take for granted your friends. Now say I won't.
I won't.
I won't. Oh really, do you mean it? Let me hear you say I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
Oh really, do you mean it? Let me hear you say I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
I won't.
I'll never take for granted my friends. And I'll never treat a baby like a skunk. And I'll never treat a cat like a what? Like a dog.
Holiday magic.
We've made chocolate chip cookies with a few extra chips. Wet out milk and some cider. Dad took a few sips. I'm stumbling to bed with my brother and sis. Mom tucks me in and she gives me a kiss. I just can't believe she'd ask me to sleep through this. It's not about the stockings, it's not about the gifts. It's wondering how that man and his big red behind make it through the drifts. I just can't sleep, I just can't sleep. I've counted my blessings, I've counted sheep, but I just can't sleep. I wonder if Santa has kids of his own. Are they home feeling restless, or are they fully grown? My brother is out and my sister is dreaming. I look through the shutters and see
blessings and I've counted sheep, but I just can't sleep. How do the reindeer suspend in the sky? Could I go with them? I just want to try. Could he teach me how? How does he make it to see all my friends in one flight? Make it to Jimmy and Liz in one night? Oh, how do I make it downstairs with my mom and dad unawares? I just can't sleep. I just can't sleep. I've counted my blessings and I've counted sheep, but I just can't sleep. It's not about the goodies. It's not about new clothes. I just want to see Rudolph and his big red shiny nose. I just can't sleep. I just can't sleep. I've counted my blessings and I've counted sheep. I just can't sleep. I just can't sleep. I've counted my blessings and I've counted sheep. I've counted my blessings and I've counted sheep. I've counted my blessings and I've counted sheep. It's Christmas and I just can't.
Who knew that getting Jeffery and Trixie their pets would cause such chaos? Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh, don't worry, dear. It will sort itself out.
Ho, ho, ho. You are so right, dear. Now I can sample some of those gingerbread cookies.
There is a lion at the zoo who was raised with a Labrador puppy. They love each other. I think Snowflake and Jingles will learn to love each other and accept that their differences are their strengths.
Maybe, but boy, does Snowflake have some very sharp claws.
Maybe I need to put those cat claw caps on her.
Good luck with that. I won't be helping you there, but I'll have the bandages ready for you.
Ho, 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 ho. How funny you two are. Ho, ho, ho.
I hear the bells, bells, bells through the snowy night. The Christmas lights, lights shining bright. I hear the bells, bells, bells through the snowy night. The Christmas lights, lights shining bright. Gifts wrapped all stacked up so high.
holiday magic.
I can feel it coming. A chill is in the air. Nights are getting longer, and magic's everywhere. Carolers are singing, silver bells are ringing. I can't wait to do it again. Families all together, love the winter weather. I can't wait to do it again. Celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas with you. Celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas with you. Christmas trees are glowing, lighting up the town. Santa's on the rooftop, and snow is coming down. Carolers are singing, silver bells are ringing. I can't wait to do it again. Families all together, love the winter weather. I can't wait to do it again. Celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas with you. Celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas with you. The city was hopping, I finished my shopping. Your present is wrapped with a bow. Now I'm reminiscing the night we were kissing underneath the mistletoe. Here we go. Carolers are singing, silver bells are ringing. I can't wait to do it again. Families all together, love the winter weather. I can't wait to do it again. Celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas with you. Celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas with you.
What should we do now? I'm bored.
How about we go on that new hiking trail that just opened up? The one that goes to the waterfalls.
Yes, the fresh air will be good for us.
Should we take Snowflake and Jingles?
Oh, better not. Let's leave them here so they can get some rest after fighting so much.
Well, make sure you bring plenty of water and your cell phones. Oh, and here's a basket of snacks in case you get hungry.
Ho, ho, ho. Just be home before dark and text us when you're on your way home. Stay on the trail and watch out for each other. Ho, 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 ho.
Yes, we will. Thank you for the water and snacks. Our cell phones are all charged up. Okay, everyone, get your hiking hooves on.
See, let's go.
I'm ready.
Me too.
In high spirits, the reindeer went off to hike the new trail.
When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy, I choose joy. When the world stops spinning round, I choose joy. I choose joy. When my heart is hard to move, when my music's lost the groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy. I choose joy. When hate is all I see, I choose joy. I choose joy. When fear won't let me be, I choose joy. I choose joy. When betrayal and lies hide the light from my eyes, I look up to the skies and I choose joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. In this moment right here, I choose joy. I choose joy. For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy. I choose joy. To be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody to be free. I choose joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Find a stable ground, peace and hope abound. I hear a sweeter sound. The chains have come unbound. Love is all around when I choose joy. In this moment right here, I choose joy. I choose joy. For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy. I choose joy. To be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody to be free. I choose joy. I choose joy. And everybody will be free when I choose joy. I choose joy.
Holiday Magic.
Long ago, Jerusalem saw the Maccabean plight. Protection of our temple, then came the miracle of light. Never would our flame go out, never would there be a doubt. See the candles burning bright, hear our celebrate these holy nights. Never would our flame go out, never would there be a doubt. Hear the candles burning bright, hear our voices raise on high, sing of miracles tonight. Shine on Hanukkiah light. Light, 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 light. See the candles burning bright, hear our voices raise on high, sing of miracles tonight. Shine on Hanukkiah light.
Holiday Magic.
Jeffrey is texting all his friends and sending them pictures of the trail. Kate has also taken photos and is posting them on Reindeergram. Carlito is snacking on some carrots, and Trixie is admiring the icicles on the tree branches. Jeffrey and Trixie get a little further ahead of Carlito and Kate, who is continuing to take photos and post on Reindeergram. Neither Trixie nor Jeffrey notice that they have been so distracted that they actually have veered off the path and onto a different trail.
Jeffrey, something's wrong.
Jeffrey looks up from his phone.
What is it, Trixie?
I don't see any trail signs, and the path has gotten smaller.
Trixie and Jeffrey look around. They didn't realize they had gotten much further ahead of Kate and Carlito and are by themselves.
Where are Kate and Carlito?
Aren't they behind you?
They were, but they aren't there now.
Jeffrey stops and looks at his phone.
Let me call them to see where they are. Kate's phone went right to voicemail. Let me try Carlito.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry, Trixie. We will find them.
Jeffrey tries Carlito, but it also just goes to voicemail. It has become darker and colder as they've been trying to reach Carlito and Kate. Trixie shivers in the cold.
Jeffrey, what should we do?
Well, we're definitely lost. We need to stay put so we don't get even more lost. Let's huddle together to stay warm.
Meanwhile, Kate has looked up from her phone and realizes that she and Carlito have fallen really far behind Jeffrey and Trixie.
Carlito, do you see Jeffrey or Trixie?
No, but I'm sure they're just ahead of us on the trail. They were going much faster than we were.
Let me text Trixie and see where they are.
Kate looks at her phone and realizes she has no cell phone reception. Concerned, she turns to Carlito.
Carlito, I don't have any cell phone reception.
Kate, don't panic. Let me check my cell phone.
Well?
Oh, no. I don't have cell phone reception either. Let's try calling out to them.
Trixie, Jeffrey, can you hear us?
Trixie, Jeffery, can you hear us? Where are you?
They call out for several minutes, but there is no answer. Kate looks up at the sky and realizes it's later than they thought, and the sun is setting.
Carlito, we have to find them. It's gonna be dark soon.
The best thing we can do is stick together and go back to Santa and the others. They will know what to do.
Carlito, I'm scared.
Don't be afraid. We will find them.
Sick at heart and afraid, Carlito and Kate start back to Santa and the others.
Holiday Magic.
Out in the streets, people are singing and saying it's time to come home. We've traveled far to be here this moment. Now it seems like we're close. If we follow the light that shines in all of us, follow the dream that speaks to our hearts, follow the signs, 'cause they're all around us, in the love that surrounds us, no matter how far we may go. Love will lead the way home, home. Together we stand, so much stronger, united by all that we love. It took some time to get here, where all these roads lead back to one. If we follow the light that shines in all of us, follow the dream that speaks to our hearts, follow the signs, 'cause they're all around us, in the love that surrounds us, no matter how far we may go. Love will lead the way home. If we follow the light that shines in all of us, follow the dream that speaks to our hearts, follow the signs, 'cause they're all around us, in the love that surrounds us, no matter how far we may go. Love will lead the way. Love will lead the way. Love will lead the way home. Home. Out in the streets, people are singing and saying it's time to come home.
Carlito and Kate make it back to Santa's workshop, and they immediately run to Master Elf Thalion. They're sure he will know what to do.
Master Thalion! Master Thalion! Master Thalion! Help! Help!
Master Elf Thalion looks up from his work supervising the elves as they put the finishing touches on some toys. He is surprised to see how breathless Kate and Carlito are.
Kate, my goodness, what's wrong? You're all out of breath.
Oh, Master Elf Thalion, we have lost Jeffery and Trixie. They somehow got off the trail and we cannot find them.
Oh dear, that's not good. It's getting dark and it's going to be very cold tonight. Let's get Santa and Mrs. Claus.
They all run into the house to find Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Santa! Trixie and Jeffery are missing!
Oh, ho, ho, ho! What happened? Did you try calling them on your cell phone?
See, but there was no cell phone reception.
How did you get separated from them?
Well, I was paying more attention to posting on Reindeergram than where everyone was.
I was scrolling on my phone too.
Oh dear, that is not good. Did you check your phone now that you're back home? Maybe they left you a voicemail.
Kate and Carlito look at their phones. Even though they now had cell phone reception, the texts from Jeffrey and Trixie did not come through, since Trixie and Jeffrey didn't have cell phone service.
We'll need to send out a search party.
Okay, let's get the snowmobiles out, plus plenty of blankets. Ho, 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 ho.
And I will make more hot chocolate. They're going to need it with it being so cold.
Good thinking, Mrs. Claus.
Well, I was a Girl Scout. We took survival classes just in case.
Nobody noticed that Snowflake and Jingles had come into the room and were listening.
We need to help out.
How can we help?
I don't know, but it's important we get on the snowmobiles to help them.
There was a rush as everyone got jackets, blankets, flashlights, and lanterns. Soon, they were all on their way. But no one noticed that Snowflake and Jingles had hopped on Santa's snowmobile. They headed out into the quickly darkening evening. Everyone was quiet and worried that they wouldn't find Jeffrey and Trixie.
Silent night, holy night, shepherds wake at the sight, glory stream from heaven above, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Run, young virgin, mother and child. Holy infants are tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Holiday Magic.
They all stopped once they got to the place where Kate and Carlito realized they had lost Trixie and Jeffrey.
Trixie! Jeffery! Trixie!
Jeffrey!
They called and called, but there was no answer, and their flashlights and lanterns only lit up a little bit of the darkness.
Oh, only a if I had paid more attention to the trail and less to playing on my phone. Oh!
Mija, don't fret. I know we will find them.
No matter how much they called, there was no answer.
Everyone stay close together. We can't risk losing another one of us.
We need to find them fast. It's getting colder.
This isn't going to work. They don't know where they left the trail.
Well, what can we do that they can't?
Listen, I still think you're a stupid dog, but don't you have the ability to smell things miles and miles away?
Yes, but even if I can smell them, I'm not a bloodhound. I can't see well in the dark, and let's face it, the humans have even worse eyesight than I do.
I've got it. You let me ride on your back, and I'll look for them. Cats have amazing night vision. Between the two of us, we should be able to find them and bring them back here.
You promise not to scratch me with your claws when you're on my back?
Jingles, trust me. I know we didn't get off on the right paw, but working together with our special abilities, we will be a great team.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Jingles let Snowflake hop on his back and concentrated on finding Jeffrey's and Trixie's scent. He snuffles on the ground for a little bit, and suddenly he goes on alert.
Look at Jingles and Snowflake. Why, I believe they're working together to find Trixie and Jeffrey.
Let's follow them.
Okay, but mark the trail with these gumdrops so you can find your way back out. We don't want you getting lost as well.
Kate and Carlito start to follow Jingles and Snowflake. Santa, Master Elf Thalion, and Mrs. Claus stay by the snowmobiles, keeping them running in the cold.
Snowflake, I think I found the path they went on.
Okay, I trust your nose. Let's go rescue them.
Jingles slowly winds through the forest, walking carefully so Snowflake can stay safely on his back.
I can smell them. I'm going to bark and see if they hear me.
Good thinking.
Jingles starts barking. Trixie and Jeffrey hear him and start calling out.
We're over here!
Over here!
Over here!
Help! Here we are!
Okay, Snowflake, it's time for you to show me the way to them with your powerful night eyesight.
On it.
Snowflake shows Jingles how to navigate the faint path and then meows loudly.
Meow! Meow!
There they are! I see them!
And I smell them! Hooray!
Trixie and Jeffrey scoop up their pets. They are both laughing and crying with relief.
Oh, there you are. Let's get you home.
Oh, yes! We will follow the gumdrops back to Santa, Miss Claus, and Thalion.
Holiday Magic.
Santa says he's sorry, he won't be stopping by. He said his sleigh got snowed in, it's impossible to fly. Rudolph and the reindeers are stuck in Tinseltown, and the elves are on vacation, so the factory shut down. Now who's gonna do the wrapping, and who's gonna make the toys, and who's gonna make them happy? All the little girls and boys. But if we believe in Christmas, we believe in the gift of Christmas. Believing is seeing what will come. Peace and joy and happiness we'll share with everyone. That's the gift of Christmas. Santa, don't you worry, the stars are twinkling bright. You're always in a hurry to show up Christmas night. With Rudolph and the reindeer years, we know you will be here. Somehow you always make it, each and every year. And the elves are off vacation, and they will make the toys. And then Santa makes them happy, all the little girls and boys. If we believe in Christmas. We believe in the gift of Christmas, when hope and faith and goodness all abound. On Christmas Eve, dreams can come true. Love is all around. We believe in Christmas. We believe in the gift of Christmas. A smile is a gift we all can give to friends and strangers in the world, no matter where you live. That's the gift of Christmas.
Santa, Mrs. Claus, and Master Elf Thalion quickly bundle up Jeffrey and Trixie. Mrs. Claus pours hot chocolate for everyone, and they rush back home.
I'm sure you learned your lesson. You need to pay close attention when you're walking, whether it's on a trail or on a city street. Ho, ho, ho. Look how quickly you got lost because you were distracted. Oh, ho, ho.
We are sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry, Santa.
Oh, yes, Santa, we are sorry.
We have learned our lesson.
But I think there's an even more important lesson here. Look at how different Jingles and Snowflake are behaving. Yes, they are very different, but they each have special abilities, and working together, they found you and brought you home.
I think they deserve a treat.
Well, it's a good thing I baked special cookies for both of them today when I was baking the gingerbread cookies.
Yum! Salmon cookies.
Peanut butter.
Snowflake and Jingles smile at each other and take their cookies in front of the fireplace to enjoy the warmth. They now appreciate their differences and what makes them special.
All is well. Ho, 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 ho.
In the hush of morning and through the darkest night, I feel this love. Oh, I feel this light. It's all around me. It's in every song I sing. It helps me see the good in everything. I believe in angels. just a breath away. I feel them drawing near. They stand beside me and whisper in my ear. I hear them say, all is well. I hear them say, all is well. And I believe in angels. I believe that love can lift us up. I believe in angels in the sky and on the ground. Take a look around and I believe you will see. I believe we can be angels.
We'll see you next year.
This has been a Gilderhead production.
Holiday Magic.
Hey kids of all ages, we've got 2 bonus stories. Keep listening.
Holiday Magic.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a lustre of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Holiday Magic.
Just above the North Pole, and slightly to the right, is the Frost and Flake Delivery and Medical Pavilion. And while the Frost family started this unusual hospital, Jack is the most well-known Frost. As director of operations, Jack travels a lot. So the birth of new snow is generally under the supervision of Frost family nurses like Sherry, Carrie, Mary, and Liz. It's true there are many snowflakes that make the North Pole their home, but there are many more who migrate further south, and they are helped along with their seasonal transfers at the Frost Travel Agency and Cocoa Emporium, often visited by the elves who live next door.
Yeah, cinnamon cocoa for me with a hint of imported vanilla. A trip to Florida, please, for January.
While snowflakes are incredibly beautiful creatures, they are also usually very busy.
Gotta fly.
Several flake families hold combined reunions that are often mistaken by humans as blizzards. Many years ago, one very tiny flake was born at the Frost and Flake Delivery and Medical Emporium. But, well, Sadie, she wasn't quite like every other snowflake. She lived with rare and serious conditions known as frostolitis and frigidarian mumps. For many years, this was the only home she'd ever known. But the good news is Sadie has a great sense of humor.
It's so cold out there, polar bears are buying coats. Oh, I got 1,000,000 of them. Or at least 15.
Sadie had always wanted to fly with the other flakes on some important wintry journey. Sure, she's safe and well cared for at the North Pole, but she's often sad as she watches the new flakes fly away.
Hi, Sadie. Polar bears buying coats. I get it. I finally get it.
Sadie knew that each flake had something special to do. They might become a snowball, a snowman, snow fort, or the ever-popular blanket of snow. Oh, it wouldn't be long before they'd grow into a drop of water that trickled into a stream that rushed into a river that flooded an ocean where they'd evaporate. And some would return to the North Pole for reassignment. Some flakes were sent to mountains, others to forests and plains. Frost was sent to cover windows, yet Sadie remained at the F&F Medical Pavilion going nowhere, as usual. As each new group of flakes and Frost received their orders and set out on life's adventures, Sadie became more sad than ever. That is, until one day, when Santa came by the medical pavilion.
My, you've grown since I last saw you, Sadie. Come here, my dear.
Yes, sir.
What do you want for Christmas, young lady?
Sadie thought for a moment about what gift she would ask for, and then she smiled.
I want to ride with you on Christmas Eve, Santa.
Well, it can be arranged, but it's a very long trip, you know.
I know. Well, no, I don't, but I have a good imagination.
Sadie could hardly wait and watched impatiently from the hospital room, asking the Frost to move over a bit so she could see out the window. And then just outside, in the emergency lane, Santa pulled up with 8 majestic reindeer. Santa picked Sadie up and eased her into the fold of his hat. He told her to hold on tight, and just like a flash, the sleigh was far above the North Pole. Santa smiled to hear Sadie giggle. She loved the whistle of the wind in the air, the nip of the cold on her cheeks. This was a dream come true. Then Santa said,
"It's your time, Sadie."
He pulled out a special bag, and somehow Sadie just knew what to do.
Let's see. This toy for Amy. This truck for Thomas.
Sadie had named every toy for a child spending Christmas at a hospital. Santa set Sadie on a ledge and allowed her to watch as he delivered those presents to the children still asleep. These children were not so different than Sadie. Each spent time asleep, dreaming of what they would do in the future. They dreamed of Christmas morning, and they dared to hope. But each December, Santa picked Sadie up, and away they go again. So, if you see a snowflake just outside your window, it could be Sadie. And if it is, Santa can't be far behind.